Hey, it's Ivana. Welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to talk about how to stay in motion. I made a video previously that talked about why you should stay in motion, how even moving at the slowest pace is better than having to stop, but I didn't really give you anything tangible to take home because let's face it, it actually is a lot harder than it sounds to stay in motion. So there was an example that was brought up to me a while ago now. I was like completely surprised, had no idea what this person was talking about, but that was the Snapchat streak. I don't have Snapchat, so I had no idea what this dealio was about. But it's basically like you and a friend, I don't know if it's a group of friends, but definitely one-on-one, and you're sending each other a snap, which is just like a short video. It could be anything whatsoever, just as long as you got it in within a certain amount of time, which was once per day, and you just did not want to break the streak. And if you broke the streak, you did not want to be the one that did it. And that was the entire premise behind the Snapchat streak. There was not a lot going on. There was just like you're trying to hang on for as long as you possibly could. And that's actually one of the things that I was going to say is quite helpful in staying in motion, is creating a streak. The idea originally came from Atomic Habits, and it was about Jerry Seinfeld and how he was writing a joke every single day just to get better at writing jokes and getting into the consistency of writing jokes and working on them. But the idea of trying to not break a streak is very helpful, especially if the habit that you're working on is very small and can be done very, very fast. So either, write it down or maybe like pick a calendar or something. Trying to do something small every day will just keep you in motion. The second one was I found very helpful because it felt more realistic to like what you'd be dealing with in regular life, is called the 2-day rule. I got this off from Matt D'Avalia, I think that's how you say his name. He's a YouTuber. And it was like, the idea is that whatever you're starting, whatever habit, you can take no more than 2 days off in a row, and then you'd have to get back on it. And like I said, if it's something that's a little bit more time consuming, I found this to be a lot more helpful because it's not realistic that I'm, rain or shine, I'm going to be able to do this. And if I'm like taking days off, now I'm feeling bad, I'm breaking my streak. This way it gives me a bit of wiggle room. So if I took a day or two off, now I'm like, okay, it's time to get back on it. I'm eliminating having to make decisions like, do I want to do it tomorrow? Do I not want to do it tomorrow? I kind of have some rules to go by. The last one, again, was another inspiration from YouTube. I haven't fully tried this one, but the idea of it makes a lot of sense to me. It's called the 2-week streak. So instead of basically biting off forever and a day, trying to get these habits out of the way and keep sticking to them, you're only really trying to stay on top of things for 2 weeks. And then after 2 weeks, you're kind of reassessing. You're like, okay, what worked, what didn't work? And then you just compare 2 weeks by itself instead of like starting and then like it's going to go on forever. And this is a lot more helpful if you are, just getting started on something that seems like it's kind of hard to make stick. Just biting off little chunks might be a lot more helpful. If any of those things that I've tried, the one thing that I found the most helpful, no matter what I did, is writing stuff down. I don't have to think about it anymore, especially if I'm doing like the 2-day rule, because I'm like, wait, which day did I take off? What am I supposed to do next? I just kind of write it down and it's there. Also, I used a calendar and I put it like on my fridge or somewhere where it's visible, and I'm staring at my reminders, and it's also like guilting me in a little bit. So like I can't take too many days off because it tells me like you're falling off here. So having it written down in a visible place was great for reinforcing what I was trying to get done without burdening me and having me think about it too much. So those are my tips. Let me know if you found this useful, and let me know if you have anything to add that helps you stay in motion. And if you like this video, subscribe to the channel and I'll be putting out a lot more stuff.